them, feed them, replace them, employ them. Perhaps we shall save the many quite likely, but our business is to help them all the same. So let us haste to the rescue. Who in this company will lend a hand?
Father of this army, captain of our soldiers, may your glory fill the earth. As this world grows colder, may your troops be bolder. May we fight with only love. May the crosses we bear be the weapons of our warfare. May we even order for you. May we even
Thank you for joining us this evening for the second annual televised Salvation Army Ambassadors Ball. This fundraiser is dedicated to supporting the greater Savannah community as we celebrate over 120 years of service to this region. We are united in our belief that all are created equal, and we serve to meet human needs in His name without discrimination. You have heard it said that it takes a village to raise a child, but if I can coin that phrase just for tonight, it takes an army to elevate and build a community. Each one of us is a part of this army, and we all do our part to fight against poverty, hunger, and homelessness wherever it exists. We fulfill this mission by serving our brothers and sisters with kindness, dignity, and love. Thank you for your support for our mission and for joining us for this evening's historic event.
Now, WSAV-CW, in support of the Salvation Army of Savannah, presents the Salvation Army Ambassadors Ball Telethon. Tonight, with your help, we'll raise much-needed funds to support the organization that does so much good for our region, the Salvation Army. Now, without further ado, here's our host, Tina Tyus-Shaw.
Hello everyone, and welcome to this very special evening on WSAV-CW as we come together to support the Salvation Army of Savannah. And you know, any other time the Salvation Army Ambassadors Ball would be in person, but of course for safety reasons and the well-being of everyone, we've made this year's fundraiser virtual. And we've got a really big night for you, great musical performances and moving stories of neighbors that have lifted up those in the families here at the Salvation Army of Savannah. We want to remind you that our phone lines are open right now and we are taking your donations. So the number to call is 912-644-6852. Again, that number, 912-644-6852. Well, the Salvation Army and the Ambassadors Ball are very near and dear to my heart. I've been working with the Salvation Army for 10 years as a board member, and I get an opportunity to see firsthand what is happening and all of the donations that help lift families. I'm all about supporting our families here and also saving lives. It is truly an honor. Well, aside from tonight's entertainment, we've got a big auction underway. In fact, it's been underway throughout the day, and for that, we're going to send it now to WSAV's Ben Singer in the Auction Central station.
All right, Tina, thank you so much. It is heating up in here. Glad to be here with you all tonight to support such an important cause. And tonight, I will be here in Auction Central to take you on a tour of some of the many great items that we have up for bid right now in our online auction. Just a reminder, you can see the full list at wsav.com/Salvation Army. So let's get started, shall we? Up for bid right now, package number 103. It's something we put together called Night on the River, which includes a 2-night stay at the historic Marshall House on Broughton Street, such a beautiful hotel, a Savannah riverboat cruise including dinner for 4 on the luxurious Georgia Queen, and a graveyard tour of haunted Savannah from Old Trolley Tours. Or, if the great outdoors is more to your liking, you need to check out package number 102. We're calling it Camping Adventure. It includes a 2-night stay at Beaver Run RV Park at Beaver Run Lake outside of Metter, Georgia, right off I-16, plus an assortment of camping gear from Cabela's and Ascend. These packages are up for bid right now. So here is how to place your bid. It's so easy. Go to wsav.com/Salvation Army. You click on the online auction banner, then click on View Items, and you select the package that you're interested in. I've mentioned 2, there are so many more there. So follow the prompts to register your GiveSmart account. This is really easy to do right from your phone. You can add your credit card and then place your bid. So the auction will remain open until 9 o'clock tonight. And if you have made the winning bid, you will receive notification. In fact, if someone outbids you, you will receive a notification right to your phone through the text messaging app there. Now let's throw it over to our third host for the night, Patty Turner.
All right, thank you so much, Ben. Thank you, Tina. I'm so happy to be here tonight to be part of this wonderful event, raising money for this incredible organization, the Salvation Army. Now, throughout the evening, we're going to share some very moving stories with you, how the Salvation Army has transformed lives in our community. And we're also going to showcase the great work of the volunteers who give so much of themselves to this organization to make it work. Volunteers like the Vice President of the Women's Auxiliary, Marcia Scott.
I got involved by volunteering at Salvation Army. I started in 2011. My mom passed, and that was at a terrible point in my life. So I needed something to do. Believe it or not, I was sitting home one night and watching TV and saw the ad for the Salvation Army. I said, and that's what I'll do. And I have been fulfilled since. I enjoy our Christmas program where we help the children. I enjoy the men's group. The sales from the store help them. And the men as well help with the sales at the store because they're there and they help us. So by them helping us, we help them. I would say come with us. We're on a roll. We have fun. We enjoy doing what we do, and we're helping somebody. We're doing the things God wants us to do.
All right, you just listened to Marcia Scott telling her story, why she gives so much to the Salvation Army, and she's here in our phone bank. She's still helping out tonight. And Marcia, we need to get the phones to start ringing.
That's right, and we have a lot to offer. Please call so we can do the most good for our community. We need to do all we can for everybody that we can.
Now, you just shared a little bit about why you gave of your time and why you continue to help the Salvation Army, but for people who are watching right now, why should they get involved? Why should they make a difference and maybe get involved with the auxiliary or another way to volunteer with the Salvation Army?
You should get involved because we can help someone else. We have been blessed, and we've only been blessed to be a blessing to someone else. There's someone that's less fortunate than we are, and we can help them.
Oh, we have a
lift
great
someone else up.
That's what we're doing tonight. We're raising money to continue to lift people up. Marcia, thank you so much for all your help. Now, the number to call, 912-644-6852, or you can text TSA Ball 21 to 76278, or again, you can log on to wsav.com/Salvation Army. Marcia, thank you. Now, we got to get the phones to start ringing.
That's
You're ready
right.
to talk to
We're
people,
ready.
right? Okay, now let's throw it back to Tina.
Thanks, Patty.
Thank you.
All right, Patty, thank you so much. And I want to reiterate that number for you tonight to call. Ball, and please, please, please give from your hearts. I know you will. You always do. It is 912-644-6852. Again, 644-6852. So this year, we are very, very pleased to have, again, the support of the Savannah Voice Festival. Last year, acclaimed tenor Scott Joyner wrote a song which became the anthem for our telethon, and We Have a Voice is that beautiful song. The video was recorded at the Davenport House on Columbia Square here in Savannah. And this year, we are so very proud to feature it once again. Here's Scott Joyner and Jessica Fischenfeld with We Have a Voice.
There is a voice, if you listen. It belongs to everyone, it comes from everywhere, it lingers in the air. Deity, the muse of voice and song, daughter of memory, sings to me of history and the mystery. With a voice I can celebrate, articulate, equivocate, mythologize the silver oceans in your eyes. Like the sirens I can hypnotize with alluring lies, or I can sing the truth of my soul. We have a voice, we tell stories, we sing songs, we have a voice. Use it wisely, 'cause the echo carries on.
The gods robbed Echo of the right to choose her words, but left her voice to use for words spoken by others. She had a choice what to repeat, and a voice mythically sweet. She faded away, but her voice remained. No one believed Cassandra when she raised her voice. Millennia passed, Sojourner Truth raised hers heroically above the noise. Some sing their own words, some are interpreters. Listen, and you won't misinterpret her. We have a voice, we sing our dreams sincere and strong. We have a voice, use it wisely, 'cause the Shakespeare said, to thine own self be true, but maybe I feel different every day.
My story's not so simple, but just like all of you, I can sing with more than one voice and have so many things to say. Navajo called thunder, the voice that beautifies the land.
There's a music in everything, and if you're really listening, you can see a world in a grain of sand. We have a voice, we tell stories, we sing songs, we have a voice. Use it wisely, 'cause the echo carries on. The echo carries
And that was a great performance by Scott Joyner and Jessica Fischenfeld. Remember, folks, the number to call to make a donation, to show your support for this great organization and our appreciation for that great performance, 912-644-6852. That is 912-644-6852. And remember, you need to check up on the great items that are up for bid in the online auction at wsav.com/Salvation Army. One of the items that's getting a lot of traction right now is actually a Traeger grill. We know those have become so popular in recent years, and those can be $700, $800, $900. So this could be really a way to get a deal on one of those. That is item number 108. So all you have to do is go to our website there, register through GiveSmart, and you could be taking home a Traeger grill. That'll change your weekend for sure. Now we want to get back to the music. Just a few weeks ago, WSAV joined with Savannah Jazz to present the Savannah Jazz Festival, and there were some great performances over the 3 days. So one of our favorites came from a Grammy Award-winning quintet that hails from Charleston. We think you'll love it too. Here is Ranky Tanky with Beat 'Em Down.
In these hard times, filled with shadows, when a dark cloud calls my name, when these devils swarm all around me, that's when my love beats down like rain. Beat 'em down, love. Beat 'em down, love. I'll use my heart's love to beat 'em down. Oh, beat 'em down, love. Beat 'em down, love. I'll use my heart's love to beat 'em down. When a dark night creeps up on me like a coward in the night, they try to shake me, they try to break me, but then my heart's love shows me the light. Yeah. Oh, beat 'em down, love. Beat 'em down, love. I'll use my heart's love to beat 'em down. Oh, beat 'em down, love. Beat 'em down, love. I'll use my heart's love to beat 'em down. When they accuse me, beat and abuse me, leave me bathing in my pain. They won't defeat me, break or defeat me. My love is stronger than their claim. Hey, beat 'em down, love. Beat 'em down, love. I'll use my heart's love to beat 'em down. Oh, beat 'em down, love. Beat 'em down, love. I'll use my heart's love to beat 'em down. Oh, beat 'em down, love. Beat 'em down, love. I'll use my heart's love to beat 'em down. Hey, beat 'em down, love. Beat 'em down, love. I'll use my heart's love to beat 'em down. I'll use my heart's love to beat 'em down. I'll use my heart's love to beat 'em down.
Oh my, that is so beautiful. All the way from Charleston, Ranky Tanky. Let me tell you, I could listen to that music all night, couldn't you? You can see why they are Grammy Award winners. Now it is time to get our first status update of the evening. And right now, look at that. We're at $1,235 in donations. We certainly appreciate your support. Keep those calls coming in, everyone. Call a friend, text a friend, email a friend. Let them know to support the Salvation Army by dialing this number, 912-644-6852. They can also text to TSA Ball 21 to 76278. We appreciate your support. Now we want to hear a very special message from Major Paul Egan with the Savannah Salvation Army.
Good evening, and thank you again for joining us for our second ever virtual Ambassador Ball Telethon fundraiser. Tonight, our community comes together to help those most in need and celebrate the many personal success stories and recognize our army of selfless volunteers. Throughout this evening's telecast, you'll be invited to make a financial contribution to the Salvation Army, and we thank you for considering a donation. As you'll see tonight, there are many ways the Salvation Army of Savannah is doing the most good. So sit back, relax, and watch as we share how your support is making a difference in someone's life. Again, thank you, and be assured that each of you is a part of a great army, and together we ensure that hope marches on.
All right, thank you, Major Egan. All right, folks, now's the time to call 912-644-6852 to support the Salvation Army here in our community. Now, if you're still wondering why you should support, why you should donate to the Salvation Army, our next story could help you better understand the real impact that the Salvation Army is making in lives every single day. It's my honor to introduce you to Joe Cartwright and Patricia Patterson. Inside the Salvation Army's location on Montgomery Street in downtown Savannah, there are life-changing transformations.
When you have individuals that come in here with nothing, and they're able to get a job, maintain the job, and then we have an intense case management. We want to make sure that mentally, if you need dealing with mental health, we want to make sure that you are referred to the mental health specialist.
One such success story is sitting right in front of Patricia Patterson, the case management supervisor. It's Joe Cartwright.
Oh, my day was lovely. I feel great today.
Great because Joe is now getting ready to move into a home of his very own after getting and excelling at a job. Over a year ago, his life, though, was totally different.
We were doing crack cocaine, meth, and drinking also, so it got pretty bad.
So at some point you said, okay, this can't continue, I got to stop this.
And I tried to change her and change the situation, but it wasn't working.
So after calling 911 and going to the hospital, the Salvation Army was there for him, helping him get his life back on track and stay there.
Once you move out, I'll still be tracking you. Call me and see how you're doing.
Joe received mental health and drug counseling and lots of support.
Ms. Patterson has helped me tremendously. I mean, you can come to her about anything, and she would tell you, how to handle those situations. And that's what, she's kind of like a mother figure, and she helps everyone here.
But it's a joy when you have individuals that come to the Salvation Army and they're able to walk out of here and get their keys and walk into their own place and be a successful citizen and don't have to come back here. That's what we're looking to do. We're trying to make sure that the individuals are successful.
And that's what Patricia loves about her job.
So how do you feel at the end of the day when you see that success story like Joe or somebody walk into their car and they're going to go to their home?
At the end of the day, I can go home and say, Lord, I've done everything I can do, and now let's go back the next day and start over again. Because, like I said, there's challenges, but the rewards outweigh the challenges. It's just a joy to know that lives are being changed. If we can expect the change in the lives of the people, I think we've done our jobs. And that's what we're here for.
Joe could not agree more.
Now, my life has changed 360 degrees. I have a job now. I have a car that I didn't have at first when I got here. And about to get a promotion.
But that's not all. He says with the Salvation Army and the guidance of his case manager, he got so much more.
Love, peace, and hope.
Patty, thank you so much. And that is truly what tonight is all about. The story that you just heard from Patty Turner, saving lives, bringing hope. Remember, the number to call is 912-644-6852. Next up is a band that's no stranger to the low country music scene. Last year we had the privilege of featuring them in our first telethon, but now in 2021, hey, they're back again with another great performance recorded at the Charles Morris Center Trustees Garden. And now, take a listen, everyone, if you will, to Hilton Head Island's La Bodega.
Hey, down in the south, it's blazing hot. My mama sweats, dripped in that pot. She stirred up death, blood, sweat, all in that pot. And what she took can't be forgotten. Sharp wits, gave her shrimp and grits, neck bones and collard greens, if you know what I mean. Sharp wits, gave her shrimp and grits, neck bones and collard greens, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Hey, lads, my mama carried weight. It was enough to make a lesser man's back break. For heaven's sake, she'd say, bend her knees and her head and pray. And to this day I haven't strayed. Sharp wits, yeah, he was shrimping grits, neck bones and collard greens, if you know what I mean. Sharp wits, yeah, he was shrimping grits, neck bones and collard greens, if you know what I mean. Yeah. My mama said, baby, these streets are crazy. I said, yeah, mama, but these streets, they overraise me. She said, they leave you smothered, covered like pork chops and gravy. And what she said, it saved me. Sharp wits, gave us shrimp and grits, neck bones and collard greens, if you know what I mean. Sharp wits, gave us shrimp and grits, neck bones and collard greens, if you know what I mean. Sharp wits, gave us shrimp and grits, neck bones and collard greens, if you know what I mean. Sharp wits, gave us shrimp and grits, neck bones and collard greens, if you know what I mean. Yeah.
All right, another great performance. How about that? Remember, the number to call is 912-644-6852 to make your donation right now. We are back in auction headquarters with another look at some of the items that we have up for bid. There's a very long list here, so we're going to talk about a few of them, like package number 104. We're calling it Harbor Island Getaway, and this one sounds pretty good too. 2-night stay at South Carolina's Harbor Island, just outside of Beaufort. We're talking a 2-bedroom condo, walking distance from the pool and the beach, a bus tour of downtown Beaufort, a gift card to Plum's Riverfront Kitchen and Raw Bar. That's a great spot, I can tell you, and a kayaking trip for 2 from Beaufort Kayak Tours. That is really, really outstanding. And that's worth something like $700, right? I'm asking the team over here. That's right. The bid's only like $3 something right now. Or maybe this, package 106. More Your Speed, Savannah Staycation, which includes a night at the beautiful Andaz Luxury Hotel, a gift card to the Milan Day Spa, admission for 2 to any of the Telfair museums, 3 sites, and a 1-hour golf lesson at the Savannah Golf Club. So here's how to place your bids. Go to wsav.com/Salvation Army, click on the online auction banner, click on View Items, and then select the package that you're interested in. Of course, you can bid on as many as you want. Now follow the prompts to register your GiveSmart account. This is so easy. You can do it right from your phone. Add your credit card, place your bid. The auction will remain open until 9 o'clock tonight. So if you have made a winning bid, or even if somebody outbids you, you're going to receive a notification and giving you another opportunity to raise that bid, or at the end of the night, if you're the winner, it will alert you that way. So thanks a lot for paying attention to our auction tonight. Again, it's open until 9 o'clock, and there are some great items up for bid right now, and I will send it back out to Tina.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We want to check now with where we stand as you continue to call in to our phone bank with your donations. So let's have a big drum roll, everyone. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay, $2,320. That is where we stand right now with tonight's Salvation Army Ambassadors Ball Telethon. And the number to call again, we just want to remind you, is 912-644-6852, and you can text TSA Ball 21 to 76278 to donate as well. Now we have a very special message.
Hi Savannah, I'm Chris Manhertz from your Jacksonville Jaguars. Our Jaguars family would like to pass along a great thank you to each of you tonight, considering to pledge your support to the Salvation Army of Savannah. With your support, the Salvation Army of Savannah can continue to help meet the needs and help stop the needs of the most vulnerable in our community.
What's up, beautiful people? Damian Horn, aka Mr. D here, 1/3 of the group The Magi, here to tell you to support and to donate to the Salvation Army. Myself, I have a deep connection with the Salvation Army. As a child, I was a recipient of their Angel Tree program, so I could have toys for Christmas, clothing from the thrift store, and even in my early adult life, I was able to find shelter through their shelter programs. There's so much that the Salvation Army does for the community and for those who are in need, and I have myself been a recipient of those things, and I know that the money that you donate to the Salvation Army goes directly to helping those in need. And so I'm here to encourage you to donate, to give. This is the season for giving. I believe all the time is the season for giving, but this especially is the season for giving. And I want to introduce you to the Magi and our single called Try, which talks about getting up and keep fighting the good fight. Keep fighting a good fight. Give to others. This is the Magi. Try. God bless you. Trying to make it look easy, kinda hoping that nobody sees me. Every day it's the same old story, asking myself why. Gotta hope that I'm gonna make it through this. Who knows what the truth is? But I'll try and I'll try and I'll try till it's over. Can't get off this ride, but I suppose this crowd
on trying to make it look easy. Kinda hoping that nobody sees me. Every day it's the same old story. Asking myself why. Gotta hope that I'm gonna make it through this. Who knows what the truth is? But I'll try and I'll try and I'll try till it's over. And when I close my eyes, I dream of brighter days. I look up to the sky to find a better way. Working hard trying to make it look easy. Kinda hoping that nobody sees me. Every day it's the same old story. Asking myself why. Gotta hope that I'm gonna make it through this. Who knows what the truth is? But I'll try and I'll try and I'll try till it's over. Working on trying to make it look easy. Kinda hoping that nobody sees me. Every day it's the same old story. Asking myself why. Gotta hope that I'm gonna make it through this. Who knows what the truth is? But I'll try and I'll try and I'll try till it's over. And I'll try and I'll try and I'll try till it's over. Yeah, I'll try and I'll try and I'll try till it's over.
All right, everyone, we hope you're enjoying the Salvation Army's Ambassadors Ball Telethon tonight. We're raising money for this wonderful organization. The number to call is 912-644-6852. You have until 8 o'clock tonight to call or until 9 o'clock to place a bid on one of our auction items. You can also text TSA Ball 21 to 76278, or you can log on to wsav.com/Salvation Army. Now, we've been sharing some of the incredible work with you of the Salvation Army this evening, and we've been telling you about the wonderful volunteers like these lovely ladies behind me who are on the phone bank. We have Sharon, Marcia, and Linda, and now I'd like to introduce you to Sharon Baggett.
Well, I joined the Salvation Army back in 2001. I responded to their plea for people to help with the Angel Tree program. And this program provides food and toys to needy people in our community. It makes you feel so good inside. There's no other feeling like it. It's helping people that need help, reaching out to those in our community. Volunteers have hearts of gold, and they give you a gift that is so precious. It's the gift of their time and of their love. So I would say, come and join us. We have so much fun.
All right, and I have Sharon with me right now to talk about Heart of Gold. What a wonderful lady. You've been working with the Salvation Army for, what, 20 years now, volunteering?
20 years, yes. I started with the Angel Tree program back in 2001. It was my first experience, and it's so awesome, so amazing to be with them.
Well, why did you decide to stay with the Salvation Army so long? What is it about this organization that you love so much?
They do such awesome work. They help so many people in our community. They have their drug and alcohol rehab program. They have their shelter. They have children's programs. The Angel Tree, which is a favorite to me. They just do so much good.
So to continue that good work, we need people to donate, right? And give you a call. Give us all a call.
We need your help, too, to help the people in our community. Please call us.
All right, you heard it from Sharon, so thank you. We're going to let you get back to the phones. The number to call, 912-644-6852. Ben?
Patty, thank you so much, and thanks to Sharon for your tireless work as well. Remember, folks, that number to call, 912-644-6852, and we also just received a text message. You can do that as well. We got a $200 donation by text. You can text TSA Ball 21 to 76278. Let's get back to the auction now. Here's another item that you need to know about tonight. Ugh, these bids are awesome. It's package number 107, Beautiful Beaufort. This package includes 2 steward memberships to the Historic Beaufort Foundation, a luxury stay at the Beaufort Inn, a gift card to Plum's Riverfront Kitchen and Raw Bar, a kayaking trip for 2 from Beaufort Kayak Tours, and a horse and carriage tour through Beaufort from Southern Rose Buggy Tours. Or you could bid on package number 110. We're calling this Family Fun. It includes a Captain Derek Dolphin Adventure Tour. I've been on several. Those are great. A gift card for Coco's Sunset Grill on Tybee Island. The sunsets are spectacular from there. A family unlimited admission pass from the Coastal Heritage Society, which operates 6 sites: Savannah Children's Museum, the Georgia State Railroad Museum, Old Fort Jackson, Pinpoint, and the Harper Folks House. And admission for 2 for daytime on and off trolley tours from Old Town Trolley Tour. So these packages are up for bid right now, and here's how you place your bid. Go to wsav.com/Salvation Army and click on the online auction banner, then click on View Items, and then select the package that you're interested in, or more than one. Follow the prompts to register your Give Smart account, and you can add your credit card right there and place your bid. The auction will remain open until 9 o'clock tonight, so if you have made the winning bid, you will receive a notification about that, or right to your phone. If you registered over that, you'll get it by text message. Now back to the music, and tonight we have already heard a great performance from the Savannah Jazz Festival, and I'm pleased to introduce yet another one. This group of artists represents our country at concert halls, venues, and events all across America. Here is the United States Navy Band Commodores with America the Beautiful.
For special skies, for amber waves of gray, for purple mountains, majesties above the fruited plains. America, America, God shed His grace on thee and crown thy gold with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Oh, beautiful for heroes born in liberating strife, who for themselves their country love and mercy more than life. America, America, may God thy glory provide, till all success be nobleness and gain divine. Oh, beautiful for special skies, for amber waves of grace, for purple mountains, majesties above the fruited plains. America, America, God shed His grace on thee and crowned thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Yeah, 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 from sea to shining sea.
Musician First Class Christine Sia. Ladies and gentlemen, the United States Navy Band Commodores.
Oh my, what a phenomenal performance by the U.S. Navy Band Commodores. Simply amazing. We want to remind you, call in, give support, give some love to the Salvation Army of Savannah. Donate right now by calling 912-644-6852. The operators are standing by waiting to take your calls. And I want to let you know, this past year, WSAV teamed up with the Savannah Ballet Theater to present the Savannah Nutcracker. New spin on the holiday favorite. Take a look. What a phenomenal experience for all of the talent in that, and also just the experience that we received from watching the performance, right? Well, if you see the full performance, the Nutcracker of Savannah, and you can see that by visiting wsav.com/nutcracker. It's just a reminder, of course, that the holidays are around the corner. Be here before we all know it. And one of the big things this holiday means for me here at WSAV is a holiday hope. For more than 20 years, WSAV has teamed with the Salvation Army to provide gifts for children of families in need. By collecting these toys at events all across our region, our Holiday Hope Toy Drive is coming back again. This year, we will share with you where those toy drives will take place very soon. So in the meantime, if you know a family in need of assistance, the Salvation Army is accepting applications right now, and that application process is going through November 27th. So keep an eye on WSAV for more information in the coming weeks on the toy collection opportunities. And yeah, if you have a chance to give to Holiday Hope, we seriously hope you will do so. It's an amazing program. Over the years, so many families, thousands upon thousands, have been supported by Holiday Hope. Right now, we want to join WSAV's Patty Turner with more as our telethon continues. Patty?
All right, thank you, Tina. Well, Holiday Hope, just one of the many ways the Salvation Army helps in our community. They're always there after a disaster strikes, feeding the hungry, giving shelter to people, and transforming lives. And I had the honor of meeting one of those success stories, Angela Elmore, and here is her story.
Did you find everything okay? Awesome.
Angela Elmore is more than just a friendly employee at the Salvation Army thrift store on Montgomery Street. She is a shining example of how the Salvation Army lives its motto of doing the most good.
How are you doing today, sir?
This is how Angela looks today, full of life and hope. But less than a year ago, things were quite different.
I had no place else to go. There literally was no place else for me to go.
Angela says her life had spiraled out of control. Her addiction to alcohol had taken over. She lost her job and was very depressed.
Well, when I was going through those issues depending on substances, the days just ran all together. Day was day, night was night, and that pretty much was it. There was nothing to do, no place to go. I was just wandering around the city, but now I have
homeless?
I was homeless for a while.
Angela eventually ended up in the hospital, and when it was time to leave, she knew the Salvation Army would be a safe place for her to go, the right place to get more help for her addiction. She was ready.
you just get tired of doing the same old thing and getting the same results. I wanted something new. I wanted a better life, and I still want a better life.
For Angela, that meant taking a hard look at herself in the mirror.
You have to be honest with yourself first. Once you're honest with yourself, then you can allow yourself to open up to other people. Once you start opening up to other people, that's when the doors for your resources start to open up. And that's what I had to do here.
Those resources and support are what Angela found at the Salvation Army.
Once I came here, I have something to look forward to. I get up every morning. I know I have a job to go to. I've reconnected with my family. I've reconnected with friends. As a matter of fact, my family came down to see me just a few weeks ago, and it was amazing.
An amazing life and transformation that Angela can now enjoy and share with others whenever they walk through the doors of the Salvation Army thrift store.
Yeah, come back and see us.
All right, Angela, just one of the many success stories that are credited to the work of the Salvation Army. So another reason for you to donate tonight. The number to call, 912-644-6852. Our phone bank will be here until 8 o'clock, and you can bid on the auction items until 9 o'clock. All right, now back to the music, everyone. We are pleased to feature another great performance this evening. Here is the Savannah State University Wesleyan Gospel Choir.
Down on me.
Another amazing performance. Remember, folks, the number to call is 912-644-6852. We're back at the auction HQ now. We are coming down the home stretch here. So there's still time, though, to bid on some of our great items tonight. How about package number 111? We're calling it Dazzle in Savannah, which includes a 2-night stay in the brand new luxurious Thompson Hotel on Savannah's Eastern Wharf, 4 tickets to tour the historic Davenport House, an Old Town Trolley tour, and a gift card to the Grove Restaurant and Rooftop Bar in City Market. The clock is ticking. Place your bid now. Here's how to do it. WSAV.com/Salvation Army. Click on the online auction banner, then click on View Items. Select the package that you're interested in or packages. Follow the prompts to register your Give Smart account. You can add your credit card right there. You can do this right from your phone. Place your bid. The auction will remain open till 9 tonight, so if you have made the winning bid, you'll receive a notification. You'll also get a notification if you've been outbid, so pay attention to your text messages. Now we'll send it back to Tina.
We want to remind everyone that the number to call again is 912-644-6852. It is not too late as we are coming to the end of our virtual fundraiser, but the need, of course, continues year-round here in Savannah. That number again, 912-644-6852. Ben?
All right, Tina, and let's remind folks, too, that the auction is open for another hour and 4 minutes, so please make sure to get your bids in early and check back often. That web address is WSAV.com/Salvation Army. You can share that with your friends right now if you'd like, and if you have made the winning bid, you will be notified via message. Now let's go to Patty.
All right, thanks, Ben. And remember, as he said, you can bid on those auction items until 9 o'clock tonight. But remember, you can donate anytime to help the Salvation Army. We hope the stories that you have seen and heard tonight have inspired you to give. Share their stories with other people in the community. There's so many ways you can help. You can donate or you can volunteer. They need all the help that they can get. Tina?
Patty, thank you. And here's where we stand right now, everyone. We want to give you a tally of how the telethon has gone throughout the evening. Do we have those numbers? Well, we know it's been fantastic. I can tell you that. It has been amazing. There you go, $5,825. And we want to thank you. You can continue to call in, also to give. Remember that auction remains open. It is all about your support, and you have been amazing through the years and now. We appreciate you. Thanks for joining us and supporting the Salvation Army.
We hope you've enjoyed our program this evening and were inspired by those personal stories of triumph. The Salvation Army has served this community for the past 121 years and has always supported the most vulnerable. Whether the community is impacted by COVID-19, hurricanes, floods, fires, or the Spanish influenza, we will continue to serve those who need us the most. We continue to expand our presence and innovate our programs to better serve the citizens of this community. Stay tuned for exciting announcements as we together march forward. Hope lives here. May God continue to bless you and your family. Good night.